What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Leon Maz from Leon Talks TV, back at it again. So welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some phrases that you might hear from women. What women say when you're dating or in a relationship, or basically just in the early stages of dating. These phrases can sound empowering at first, but they might also bring some challenges into a relationship. So let's break down 6 common phrases and explore why they can be a bit tricky and why they're considered red flags. Chapter 1. I'm an independent woman. When a woman says, I'm independent woman, it sounds strong and confident to some, right? But here's the deal. Sometimes this can mean she's not really looking for a partner, but instead wanting someone to support her independence. This can make a guy feel like he's not needed. For example, if she insists on you doing everything herself, it might create distance between them. Men might feel unappreciated or that their efforts to help are being pushed away. You see, I'm not against the idea because it sounds good, right? Having an independent woman. That is, however, because in my personal opinion, when a woman says she's independent woman, I get the sense that she might have had some past traumas with previous relationship or a difficult upbringing. One example is that she learned to be independent because she may have left home at a young age for whatever reason. She fell out with her parents or experienced some traumatic events in her early childhood or teenage years. Sometimes this can come with unresolved past issues, and she's had to toughen up in life, which make it difficult to bring out her soft and nurturing side. Or she could have just been in a relationship where she had to rely on the man, and the man took advantage of that situation. And because of that, he had so much control over her because he knew she had to rely on him financially. So it's made her become bitter. And because of that bad experiences, it's made her become more masculine. So with these type of traumas, it can make a woman feel like she has a no tolerance attitude towards men and doesn't feel like they have to be vulnerable or let a man take a lead. So they rather be independent so they don't need to depend on a man for past traumas or bad experience, so to speak. So it's always something to be aware of and consider when a woman says she's independent. Ask why she feels that way and if it's worth getting into that relationship with her. Chapter 2. I'm an alpha female. Next up is the phrase I'm an alpha female. Again, this sounds powerful, but it can also mean she might be overly dominant in the relationship. It's like, when a woman says something like, she can say something along the lines of, oh, I need a very masculine man because I'm very quite dominant. I'm a very dominant person. So if you're very laid back or something along those lines, I could be very dominant. I can dominate over you, which to me screams that you are overly masculine and most likely combative. And I would even go to say that they like to emasculate the man because it basically shows me that you want to be the leader in the relationship. Hence why they say they can always be dominant. Personally, no woman should consider herself an alpha female because alpha is associated with masculinity. And it's mind-blowing to me why a woman would consider herself as one. Chapter 3. I'm a feminist. Now let's talk about I'm a feminist. Feminism is about equality, which is awesome, right? But sometimes if a woman identifies strongly as a feminine, she might intentionally dismiss a man's feelings or opinions. For example, if she constantly brings up gender issues during disagreements, it can make the guy feel like his perspective isn't valued. It's important for both partners to respect each other's views and find common ground rather than focusing on differences. Unfortunately, in today's day and age, the feminist ideology has come across as a man-hating movement, with some labeling it as misandry, which is the female version of a man being labeled as misogynistic. Chapter 4. I'm the prize. When a woman says I'm the prize, it can come off as confident, but it can also suggest she expects to be treated like a queen without putting in equal effort. This mindset can lead to entitlement. For instance, if she expects a lavish dates and constant attention without giving anything in return, it can create an imbalance. Relationships thrive on mutual effort, so thinking of oneself solely as the prize can leave the guy feeling unappreciated and frustrated. Personally, I hate the phrase. I feel like it's undermining. It's undermining the other person. It's basically saying that the other person is beneath them. Almost like saying she's the queen and you're the peasant. And you have to be of high quality to be a king next to her. Men should never fall for this type of manipulation. Any man who gets with a woman that says that, well, I'm sorry to say, but clearly she thinks she's highly She thinks highly of herself. Chapter 5. All men are trash. Now let's tackle the phrase all men are trash. This one can be really tough. When a woman says this, it usually comes from a place of hurt, disappointment. However, it can create a negative atmosphere in the relationship. If a guy hears this, he might feel like he has to prove himself, which can be exhausting. It's important to remember that generalizing can lead to mistrust and making it hard to build a healthy relationship. Instead, focusing on individuals and recognizing that not all men are the same can help foster a more positive relationship. I mean, this is quite simple. Women who say this often haven't had the best of luck with men. I'm sure they've had bad taste in men, constantly getting their hearts broken. These are the types of women you have to stay away from because they are the ones who truly need healing. They're the ones in all social media comments or making videos about men, outright shading them whenever they get the chance. And let's not forget, the ones who can never give a man the benefit of the doubt if he gets accused of anything, they all come off as hurt. You know the saying, hell has no fury than a woman scorned. I mean, believe that, because that shit is true. Chapter 6, I can be crazy. Lastly, we have I can be crazy. While this might be said in a joking way, it often hints at emotional volatile behavior. If a woman embraces this label, it can lead to unpredictable behavior that can stress out the guy. For example, if she keeps saying she's crazy, he might feel like he has to walk on eggshells around her. You see, once I was getting to know a girl, and I guess I overlooked the fact that when she said I can be crazy at times, she meant it. She was pretty. And fellas, don't let the pretty face fool you, because they often the most unpredictable ones. In my mind, I thought, how bad can it really be? But let's just say I found out the hard way how crazy she was. And it was no joke. She really showed me how crazy she could be. So when a woman tells you she can be crazy at times, please listen to her, because she's actually being nice in letting you know what you're about to sign up for. Conclusion. So there you have it. We've broken down 6 phrases that might sound empowering at first, but can also carry some hidden challenges in relationships. It's all about finding balance, understanding each other's perspective. If you hear these phrases, take a moment to think about what they really mean and how they might affect your relationship. Remember, a healthy relationship is built on mutual respect, understanding, open communication. So, what do you think? Have you heard any of these phrases before? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's chat. Thanks for watching and see you next time.